You are welcome. This is the Afro Atheist, and welcome to my space. Guys, this TB Joshua case is not going anywhere anytime soon. Some of you may not know anything about TB Joshua, but he was a problematic character. Now, growing up, my formative years were in Nigeria. I'm half Nigerian, and TB Joshua was one of the big ones when it came to Christianity. The church that I grew up in, he is still, in fact, one of the major players when it came to the religion of Christianity. But TB Joshua, he was one. And from day one, I already knew he was fake. Even as a Christian, I knew he was fake. I could not look at him and think that there was anything good that could come from him. So when the BBC released that 3-part series, wow, what an insight into his cult. Now, the funny thing is, there are people who are hell-bent on spreading this misinformation that he was innocent and that everyone was paid by the BBC. Unfortunately for them, TB Joshua's sins, he was doing it right in front of their faces. TB Joshua, so clever, he was doing it right in front of their faces, but they couldn't see it. So this video is going to highlight one of such instances where TB Joshua you could see him preparing this young girl. This was like grooming, like a predator. If you are if you're critically inclined, you will notice what's going on here. But don't you worry, I've got you. I will show you exactly. And let me know what you think, whether this looks like grooming in process or not. But before I start, I want to say thank you to the BBC and every one of the victims that came out and spoke. What you have done, you have opened a whole can of worms. You have started something, in my opinion, a revolution, which I have been praying for. I don't pray to a God, but something I've been hoping and wishing for. I walked away from Christianity. I'm now an atheist, and I can tell you categorically, all the men of God in Africa, Nigeria, all these men, they're all fake. I can say that with the boldness that I have, and I will show you the evidence. So if this is something that interests you, please make sure to follow me and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, guys. So have a look at this following video and I'll be back.
You have flirting spirit.
Yes, man of God.
This spirit is like dog. You are the one looking for men for sex.
It's true, man of God.
Guys, you saw that video, right? That was TB Joshua in his church preparing the scene. So think about this. He's holding a microphone. There are all these people sitting down and looking. And he's walking around and he scans and he sees this young girl. Tells her to get up. She gets up. And he says, you've got a spirit inside of you. A tempting spirit. All you want to do is have sex with men. All you want to do is lure men for sex. That girl looked so young. But TB Joshua, all the girls in his establishment, when he goes to pray for them, they always have a sex-related demon. He's not a sex husband, it is a sexual spirit. It was always leading to some kind of sexual demon.
Sexual immorality was a common thing that he would always talk about.
You have flirting spirit.
Yes, man of God.
This spirit is like dog. You are the one looking for men for sex.
It's true, man of God.
We were all supposed to be kind of celibate. We were taught that everything sexual was bad, it was sinful, it was wrong.
Emmanuel.
And now that we know the things we know, we can now see that this man was preparing this girl, right? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to see it for yourself.
Look at the screen of your television right now.
Somebody who is housemaid impregnated this girl.
Oh, the boy that was helping me, he raped him, and I reported
Forget about rape. Nobody rape her. Okay, she's a tempter. That spirit of tempting. You say rape. You hear her say she's flesh. So let's cast the spirit out of her. Okay?
He was a sexual predator. He was a ritualist.
The girl's father and mother were with her in the church. The girl's father told TB Joshua that she was raped by someone who works for him. What did TB Joshua do? TB Joshua said, no, she was not raped. She was not raped. That she was the one, in fact, that tempted that person. Because did you not hear her earlier on saying that she is a tempter? Did you not hear her admit to being a tempter? How is this girl's father telling you that, look, we have even gone as far as to involve the police? And TB Joshua says, no, she's a tempter. The grooming has started. I'm sure you'll be wondering, okay, so what's this got to do with anything? Okay, have a look at this video and I'll tell you what makes me say that.
There is a witch doctor here.
And an important wizard. Herbalist. I am the ultimate.
People were constantly coming for deliverance for witchcraft.
What were you asked herbalist to do for you? You went there and the herbalist may give you honey to rub your private.
A true man of God. All started when my mother and my father died. Jewel took her to witch doctor.
I worship an idol. What is this, your mommy water?
After those people are delivered, they would stay at the prayer mountain. They would lodge there at the prayer mountain.
You heard that guy, right? When people have been prayed for and delivered, they're supposed to stay in TB Joshua's compound. That girl, did she stay in that compound? Did TB Joshua tell her parents that, look, in order for this deliverance to be done, she needs to stop in this place for a few days? And don't you forget, the girl has already admitted that, yes, I'm a tempter. She has already admitted to having a spirit of tempting men or luring men for sex. So, whatever TB Joshua decides to do with her, that's his alibi. That's so clever. He had done it in such a way that, look, if he decides to go touch that girl later that night, because you could see the girl looks very beautiful. He was already setting the pace for himself. And for those of you who are defending this man, don't you worry. There will be more videos coming out to show you how sick and twisted and devious this man was. My very next video is going to highlight exactly that. It's another video. This is going to be an expose. And this isn't about anyone paying anybody. This is his words, his actions, his movement, or his disciples. They're the ones giving him away. He's the one giving himself away. Now, as an ex-Christian, I am now an atheist. Religion is a scam. The religion that we had in that side of the world, in Africa, in Nigeria, scam. There is no evidence for the existence of Jesus. Well, as a divine character. Maybe he existed as a person. Some think that he might have been a historical figure. That's not my issue. My issue is the divine Jesus. That there is no evidence for. There is no evidence that a woman was impregnated by a ghost. Until you can show me how Mary got pregnant by the ghost, and if in fact that baby was fathered by the ghost, that the ghost was the father of that baby, then unfortunately, the Christianity, the Jesus industry has been nothing but a lie. My goal is to expose Christianity for the lie, because Christianity was used as a tool to cause me trauma, religious trauma. Thankfully, I'm on the other side, but I hope that more and more people wouldn't have to go through what I went through. So let me know what you think about this video. Can you see what I saw looking at this? And imagine being that girl. The one person you would think would listen and hear you out and say, oh my goodness, you were raped? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were treated in that manner. I'm sorry you had to experience that. That person turns around and tells you, you were not raped. In fact, it was your fault. Because you are the tempter. It's disgusting. TB Joshua was disgusting. And the fact that his church remains open is a slap in the faces of his victims. How did 116 people die in his church? And today they're still going. Even in his death, the church is still going. Church is still thriving. It's like business as usual. That man never paid the penalty for being found negligent in the demise of those people. Never stepped foot one day in the courts. We need to speak. We need to carry on speaking. Well, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. There's still sin in the world. Christians sin every single day. So, what did Jesus sacrifice himself for?